Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Anno 1800. We are back in Ditchwater and I have developed my Docklands a little bit. So what I've done is I've filled out all of the possible modules that I can put in. Obviously they're not all built because we've got a little bit of a supply issue after I decided to queue up a bunch of ships of the line just in case things get a bit dicey as we approach the end of the campaign. We know that we're going to be dealing with the Pyphorians at some point, and that's something that we're going to need to be very aware of. But as it happens, that has now boosted the decoration rating of my Docklands all the way through the roof, basically, and that's going to be really good for tourism. We've sorted out a little bit of a fur coat supply issue by expanding Magwitch and putting a few new hunting cabins in there, so they're getting a lot more furs, which means we can just about, I think, deal with the fur coat demand here. However, there is one thing that we can't deal with and we are struggling with. Oh no, it's not. Bread is okay. Bread and wheat are fine. So if we have a quick look at the hotel here, you can see, though, they're not happy with that. I'm not quite sure why the tourists are unhappy, to be quite honest. They don't like the attractiveness of the city, so we do need to boost that. And the austerity of our city apparently is impacting their happiness as well, because we aren't allowing them to have fur coats. So they'll just have to suck it up and deal with it. And the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to progress with the building of our Court of Justice. So you can see here, what do we need now? We're going to finish that phase. Now we need bricks and steel for the new phase. So let's do that. Yeah, Isabel Sarmento is going to be a witness at the trial. And you can see here, we do not have enough workforce for that, which is a shame, but we should be able to get this done and it moves on to a new phase. Hopefully, is it still going to go, or do I actually need more workers? I think I do need more workers, but if this continues, how many have we got left? We've got 7 ships of the line left to make. I wonder if we just cancel the production of these ships, that might be okay. But while we wait for that, you might wonder why my influence has dropped a little bit and my income has gone up quite substantially. That is because I've started buying some shares from my opponents. And if I just go over here to Four Blossoms, Princess King, I still have one from her. I'm going to sell this Churchtown one here because I have got quite a bit of cash. So we're going to go back over to Willie's Island of Cape Mystery. We're going to buy another share from him. Now, these are expensive, but owning shares in your competitors gives you a nice source of income. So that is why I've made that decision. We sold that one back. Willie has another island here, which I think I did buy a share from, so I'm going to sell that back to him. Or sell it to the Queen, rather. And then over here at Four Blossoms, which I think is Princess King's main island, we are going to buy another share from her. Did not seem to work, strangely. Let's just have a look. What's going on here? There's a big pirate ship of the line there, so we're going to need to be very aware of what Anne Harlow's planning. There we go. Right, let's try this again. Yes, please. There we go. We've bought another share, and our income is up to 22,000. So let's have a quick look at our diplomacy, because the easiest way to recover from buying shares from a competitor is to just, pay them a compliment, offer them a gift. There we go. Done. And then again, we could also pick up a quest, but I prefer to just try few gifts because it'll save me a little bit of stuff, a little bit of time. Willie declined my gift, and then we'll just go to Jean La Fortune just because, why not? Let's give him some money. Didn't work. Compliment works though. And then Anne, let's flatter her. Didn't seem to work, but a gift surely does. Yeah, good. Right. Excellent. So we could technically, can we try and get trade rights? No, we'll not get trade rights from Anne, which is a shame because I would like to open up some trade because they do offer some pretty unique items. So we are being tasked with building a repair crane on an island. So I'm just going to do that now. Over in Ditchwater here, we have a look at our small harbour here. Harbour Master Depot might well be that it's in here. In Artisans. Let's have a quick look. There it is. The repair. No, that's a pier. That is a repair crane. So I don't think I've got space to build it here, unfortunately. My plan is to just demolish it straight away, though, so it doesn't have to be perfect. just want to be able to build it so that we can advance the quest. Will it fit in here? No. Requires adjacency to building. What, does it need to be next to the Harbour Master? Says I've reached the module limit as well on repair cranes. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, that's Docklands, silly boy. There we go. That's the repair crane. Oh, Anne. Okay. Right, so this repair crane, I might be able to place it here now. Yes, we can. Good. I mean, it's not going to hit any ships there. The ships need to be in range to actually get repair, but we'll build it anyway. That gets that done, and we need to finish the second phase of the Court of Justice, but because we're still building ships, that's not going to happen. So let's cancel the building of all these ships to the line for now. And we are only now 10 workers away from being able to do that task. So let's just upgrade some work, farmers' residence to workers' residence. We'll put those for it. There we go. Done. Right. So this will now allow us to complete the next phase of that build. You can see there, remaining time 6 minutes. We are speeding along on that as well. So it should be done pretty quickly. Now, looking over at our tourists, they're not happy with the levels of austerity here. Bread is something that they really do need. The supply for that is stable. I'm not quite sure how we get that higher. It might well be. I mean, the next one is a restaurant. We unlock that at 250 tourists. We're not really in a stage where we should be able to get tourists, to be fair. Like, we don't have an economy. So I think once we complete the main area, we'll be okay. So apparently, I need to select the prosperity trading post over here in the New World. We've prevented a war, great, and she's traveling to the Old World to be principal witness in the trial against Edvard. And was that it? Okay, right. So we're all just trying to advance this task, this quest, and get this main campaign kind of done as soon as possible, because I think we'll then get access to Bright Sands. And that is a very large settlement. So once we've got that done, we can maybe consider shifting a lot of our populace or making a brand new population in there and kind of funneling all of our goods into that one area. You can see now our beer is starting to increase again, which is really good. And if we have a quick look over here, actually, we can now build some more depots, which again boosts the amount of storage we can have in our island. And I should be able to build that pier as well. And finally, the repair crane. So our basic structure here of the Docklands is now done. We've got all of our modules in. Obviously, you will unlock more modules as you progress through the game, but we currently only have this very limited trade history. For some reason, these exports aren't working, and I'm not sure why. Let's drop windows again and put the windows back in. There we go. Now, weapons goes down. Okay. Maybe it's because we're exporting too much. Let's see if we can just drop this down to 50. Yes, so that's why it wasn't working out. But we are going to import loads of sausages here. So I think what we need to do is we need to change this for something else. So if we swap that out for bread, right, that will then hopefully, if we import lots of sausages there. Okay, right, so we'll focus heavily on importing the sausages because that will unlock the canned food for import. So let's just keep that in. Then once he keeps coming back, we'll start to really boost the amount of stuff we're bringing in. Then we can import canned food on that trade to improve our supply of that item. And then over here, that's any item. So if we were to export loads more bread, we then unlock fur coats for import. But Captain Tobias is coming now, so hopefully we'll get some good trades from him. And all of the sausages that we've got, I mean, hopefully we should have enough space to bring in all of his trades. Where is he? Because he's due in. He is arriving. Where is he? Well, he's not there. It's not there at all. You lied to me. Has this now completed? It's getting there. Roughly 3 minutes to go. Captain Tobias, where are you? But we've started decorating this a little bit as well. I mean, I don't know how we can then decorate around the variety theatre then. Because we can get that decorative rating up. That will solve this issue. And Abel again over in Embessa, they are goods thin. But we at least know that if we boost the decorative item of this, it will increase the accessibility, because the whole reason, that was pretty low, but is now very fruitful around there. The variety theatre here looks really nice, but if we can boost the decorative, attractiveness rating around there, that'll be really good as well. So let's head on over to Embessa, which I do promise you, next year, that sounds really weird, even though next year is only it's not that far away. But next year, with the new videos, we are going to have a little bit of a more in-depth look at Embessa, and I'm going to bring you up to speed on the developments there so far, because there's kind of a lot gone on, and like I've said in previous episodes, it is worth catching up. Now, one thing that we did have, I had an item here, a person of interest called Captain Moby, and he will get us tallow and gold from our fisheries and pearl farm. Now, unfortunately, there's no fisheries here, so I don't know why I've put him in there. So we'll take him out of there, and we'll bring him over to here. And what we're going to do is, this harbour master here, if we drop out the veteran whaler, not the veteran whaler, actually, this one, taxman, no, we're going to drop out the bruiser. So drop him out, we'll put Captain Moby in. It's such a shame that I can't, I wonder if, could I potentially move this harbour master's office up to here to fit all of them in? I think I could. So I'm just going to demolish this depot here. Then I'm going to move the harbour master's office up to here, where he should be able to get in range of all of those fisheries. Then we'll copy this depot and place it back in. I'll just move that harbour master's office back down to here. So they are all now in range, which means, there you go, you just saw it there. We got gold and tallow from the fishery, and we've got 4 fisheries in operation there. So every time they produce something and every time they harvest something, they are going to be able to get us a little bit more of a boost. Bring in a bit more tallow. There we go. 2 units of tallow, 1 unit of gold, which is very, very good. There's a chance of getting between 1 and 7 of them. I think that is. But yeah, that's good. It also boosts the productivity of the fishery as well. So that's why we can kind of sustain this population with just the fishery. But over here then, we got another harbour master item there. So every time we get passive trade at that trading post, there's a chance to gain 5 tons of grain, hops, potatoes, grapes, or red peppers. So we'll put him in there. And then now we can have a look at items that we're overproducing and sell them passively. So work clothes, we can trade them easily. Didn't mean to pin work clothes there, but we can trade out work clothes, we can trade out sausages passively. Obviously, we're trading them in, so it kind of seems counterintuitive, but it's not, trust me. If I go to here, we've also just completed that construction, so that's really good. And then if we have a look over here at this pier, can I just... Right, so that just adds an extra slot for ships to trade. My confusion is, are they all coming up here? Ooh, that reminded me, the museum. We can put a new exhibit in there. So if we add in this, boost the attractiveness of the museum to 50. And if we just have a quick look at the bus stop, see what that does. Yes, it brings that up to 16%. So that's really good. We are starting to chip away at that now. But we do need to boost the attractiveness around the variety theatre. Now, will it work if I just boost the attractiveness of these areas here? Let's have a look. We've got some cosmetic items, we've got some special items here. Thing is, a lot of these items, I don't actually know how much of an impact they have. And that is a bit of a shame. It would be nice if it just gave you a little number to tell you. Like, we've got the seasons items here, and I don't actually know how much of a boost they give us. But we can take a few items here. I don't want the anarchist stuff. We've got some bonus items here, like the traveler's kiosk, but that's quite a big item. Ornamental fountain. That can go at the end here. A nice little fountain there. The palatial column. I mean, it seems really weird putting these here. Like, they're right in the kind of workers' houses. So I feel like Bright Harvest and stuff is a better one for these places. So let's put some clotheslines and stuff in. We'll put a little swing set there. And then we can put the outhouse down here. A couple of hay bales and stuff in. And then flatbed wagon. Signpost right there. Don't want hay bales again. We've already done that. Some barrels might be useful. Let's put a flat concrete floor in there. And then I don't really want to put metal piping in. Just seems a bit silly. And then we end up putting things like these in. It's the weird little decoration. Let's go back to classic because that seems to give us stuff at least. I'm going to put a little bench there, and then the memorial statue is going to go in. And if I can plaza this all off, that would be nice. But no, it doesn't fit in there because that's where the kind of key comes in. So let's actually just put a key in. There we go. I mean, it would be nice if it squared itself off, but it's not going to, unfortunately. The other option would be I put a path in there. So we kind of run a little path all the way along, kind of going like this, and then like this. So it creates this little plaza area here. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. And then we don't need to put in a key. So, yeah, that's good. That's nice. Right, back to the beautification menu. And I want to put in some trees. So we're going to put a little bit of temperate treeage in, elm tree there. And we'll just keep putting these little trees in. But bit of a poplar there, another elm tree, and that little grove I'm going to get rid of because I like having the trees in. And now it's starting to really take shape. So it's looking nice. Just going to put 2 elms there. I'll put 2 there. And then we'll kind of leave that. Flower beds all the way along. And then we'll put a little watering hole here. And a flower bed. So you can see now we're starting to line paths with trees and stuff, and things are really starting to flesh out a bit. Let's just see, did that do anything? Stays at 95%. So I guess it's the fact that, you know, the area around here needs improvement. Now, these don't really give us a great deal of, I guess, decoration. So if we delete them, does that actually drop it down at all? That's something that we should look at. It stays at 95%. I could be completely wrong about all of this, which is unfortunate. But if we put that fence in now, does that change anything? Stays at 95%. We have a festival on. Sorry, that's the beer festival that everybody's celebrating. This stays at 99%. Now, I think that was 97% before. Let's just run randomly fence all the way down here and then link it back up like that. See if that does anything. Stays at 99%. But if we have a look at our decorative level, it's only 6 away from the new level. So let's just force some changes here. We've got a church here, and we could use some of the Eldritch pack to make this look a little bit spooky. Like sticking in something like the Dream Spire or the Forgotten Abbey. Ooh, that looks creepy. Cathedral Square. That's quite nice. We'll put that in. Statue of Lady Morningstar. Let's move this. Let's actually delete that. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not quite where I want it to be. So we'll put the statue of Lady Morningstar there. And then there's a wishing well, but that's too big. Stone bench. Gothic fencing. Fiery lantern. We'll put that there. Put that there. And then let's put some ornate pavement in here. And either side of it, we'll stick a Gothic fence. Just going up to the church. And then I'll run a path down here instead of the dirt road. Framing it quite nicely. And then we'll go back to beautification. We'll go with the Eldritch pack again, I think. And we'll stick in some gnarled trees and stuff in this area. With a gargoyle here. And we'll make this a bit more of a creepy themed area around the church. So then up here again, I'll stick in a few gnarled trees. We'll stick a gargoyle there, facing that way. And then stone bench there. Oh, the tree's spinning around. That was weird. I didn't like that. And then in the middle of this, we'll just stick a few nice trees. Why not? There. Okay, looking good. So where are we at now? 4 more to go. So you do need to put quite a hefty amount of decoration in. I'm going to go back to the Old Town pack because I really like that. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to add in anything here. So we'll put a banner in facing outwards. Put another banner here. Statue of a woman. And go this way. And then we'll put the guard tower in. Oh, the guard tower won't fit in there. We could put some like old city wall, kind of like it's been demolished, coming out this way. And then another one down here. And they do kind of connect a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. That's nice. And then the historic fountain, we'll stick one there. We'll put another one here. And again, we'll go with the flag facing that way. Oh, wait a minute. You've changed your tune, so let's swap you around to there. And I'll put the open city wall here. Kind of like it's just destroyed itself, I guess. Like that. Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, how does he get up there? There's no way down, mate. You're trapped up there forever. How long have we got? What, 2 left to go? Right, we can do this. Let's frame this quite nicely, I think, with some classic decoration again. We'll go back to the pleasant park, no, the quaint park, and we'll put in a couple of elm trees at the back there. And then moving up to this section, let's go something a little bit more nice looking. We'll put a newsstand in there. And then I think the statue, that's facing the right way. And then we'll put a little hedge that goes all the way up here. And that connects quite nicely as well. We're almost there. We'll put some little benches in here. Another newsstand in at the top. Like that. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. There. And then some more benches. And we'll finish this off with some garden benches as well. And another set there. Do we have any little fountains we can put down? Fiesta pack? No. We could put grass in. I like the forest lake though. Maybe we just put like a little stream that runs through here. I do actually like that. But I don't think we need it. I think we should go with the grassy lake instead. They look exactly the same. I don't see the difference. And on the corner here, next to the botanical garden, we'll put the Eagle's Nest Cafe. And that pushes us into the Pleasant capital level, which is good. So I wonder if that impacts anything at all. Not really. But we do now have more tourists coming in, apparently. We have unlocked the restaurant. Because our attractiveness has gone up. That's why. Right, let's have a look then. Restaurant. We need more tourists, though. We haven't unlocked the restaurant at all. We haven't. What an idiot. Anyway, we have finished the second phase of the Court of Justice while I've been doing all of this. So let's complete that phase now, and we will maybe get another one. Windows and bricks. We can start that phase. Perfect. And we should be ready for the trial soon. And that means because we now have freed up our workers, we can get back to producing the 7 ships of the line that we needed to produce. And you can see there, we're still getting gold coming in. So we've got 24 lots of gold now, and we're getting plenty of tallow in as well from that additional fish that's happening. And I think, hopefully, we'll be getting the passive trade from here that is going to generate some money for us as well. So I think that'll call it there. Again, we spent a lot of time in Ditchwater lately, but more to come. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Anno 1800. We're just flying over our new, well-decorated areas here. I think it looks really nice now. It's certainly got a more like vibrant city feel, so that's really nice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.